Hi, my name is Danny Brown. I'm the CEO of Myriad Real Estate Group, and we are going to talk about what can buyers expect this season. As we head into 2024, seasonality in the real estate market is going to be in full effect. So we are back to a relatively predictable housing market, which we haven't been due to COVID and all of the craziness that caused. So typically in the greater Phoenix area, what we see over the course of a year is that real estate really ramps up starting in kind of mid-January, runs through June, slows down once we hit our triple digits in Phoenix, picks back up once the kids go to school in kind of that September, October, and then it gets really slow during the holidays, which is what we are coming out of now. So that kind of seasonality is fairly predictable in the Phoenix housing market, and I think that we're going to see that again. We're coming out of a market where mortgage rates popped to 8% and they have dropped down into the low 6s, high 5s, depending on the mortgage product that you're using. And so I think that that's going to bring more buyers to the market because that's just increased their affordability. And from a mental aspect, paying something in the high 5s, low 6s is way better than paying for something in the 8% range. So buyers can expect more, a loosening up of inventory, so more homes coming to market. I think we'll see an increase in inventory, January through that June time frame. And I think that we're also going to see home values increase during that time frame. There's just going to be more activity. So as demand increases, you will see an uptick in supply, but we are still, don't get me wrong, we are still in a very low inventory market. So right now there's only 11,000 homes listed for sale in all of Greater Phoenix. For us to be in a more balanced market, we should be in that 30,000 range for homes. So we are still in a depressed market. And so buyers need to be aware that when good homes get listed that are priced accurately, they're probably still going to sell fast, and you could see a re-emergence of multiple offers taking place on homes. The window of time for buyers to get deals is rapidly closing, and I think that as some sellers who have been listed continue to stay on the market, those are where buyers can get good deals and negotiate on price, closing cost assistance, get repairs done, buy their rate down. I think that will still take place. Newer listings coming to market, you may have a harder time getting that done. That is the first thing that sellers nix when there is a shift or change in the real estate landscape, is they stop contributing towards buyers' costs. So if you are a buyer, getting into the market relatively early on the spring season could be advantageous because you've got lower mortgage rates. You've got sellers that are still programmed to think that they need to pay for a buyer's closing costs. And by getting in early, you get to ride that wave of appreciation that we see every spring as well. So, but I am still a big proponent, buy when you're ready, despite what the market is doing. So when you are financially able to, that's when you pull the trigger to make a purchase. But if you have been, planning and putting all the things in place, buying earlier in the spring selling season could be more advantageous. So what are the concrete steps that you should be doing right now in order to be in a good position to purchase a home over the next year? Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to get with someone like myself, a realtor, to really kind of map out what the home buying process is going to look like and kind of gauge where you're at today. Then the next thing is to talk with a mortgage specialist, someone that is going to look at the hard numbers for you, look at your credit score, tell you what your down payment's going to look like, and then ultimately what that is going to make your monthly payment be. Most people don't ultimately care how much they're spending in total. They care about what that monthly payment's going to look like as it pertains to their budget and how much of their income on a monthly basis is going to go towards that payment. So those are the first things you want to do. Other things that you can be doing if you're not quite ready for that is making sure that your credit score is solid. You should be able to pull your credit score for free from the 3 credit bureaus every year. So pull your credit, take a look at it, see where your score's at and what things you can do in order to improve your credit score. Now, if you're working with the right lender, like some of the lenders that we work with, they will instruct you and guide you on things that you can do very easily to improve that credit score. So really talking to a financial expert early on is crucial in being ready to purchase a home. Then saving for the down payment. You do not need 10, 15, 20% down to make a purchase. There are loan programs out there that exist for as little as 3% down. So don't get too discouraged if you don't have a huge nest egg of cash for the down payment. Those down payment requirements have come down pretty substantially. And again, it really has to do with what your monthly payment will look like in the end. So those are just some of the steps that you can take early on. Speak with a real estate professional, speak with a mortgage person as it pertains to the finance side, get your credit score in order, and then make sure that you have enough for your down payment. You know, at the end of the day, remember that shopping for a home is fun, and you want to work with a realtor that's a local area expert and can help guide you on the different locations as well. So I think that we have more access to information than we've ever had before. So a lot of buyers are already looking on sites like Zillow, other realtors' websites, realtor.com, what have you, and are exploring those different areas. I think that's fantastic. When we have buyers that come and already know the areas that they want to be in and focus on, that's great. But part of our job is to expose you to other areas that might meet the requirements that you have and check those boxes. We also do what I call fact-finding trips. I mean, just over this holiday week, I had a client that came into town from North Carolina, doesn't know a ton about Phoenix, and we toured them around to different areas to expose them to the different cities, to how far their money goes in one area versus the other, different neighborhoods within those same cities. And so don't be afraid to ask your agent to take you on fact-finding trips so that you can get an idea of what these different neighborhoods have to offer. And again, that should be the enjoyable part, like going out and looking at the homes. That should be fun, and working with a realtor that can guide you to those different areas is super crucial at this point in your home search. I think that the biggest thing that buyers are afraid of, especially first-time home buyers, is you're spending all of this money and you're buying this asset, and the last thing you want to have happen is for the bottom to fall out and now all of a sudden it's not worth what you paid for. I think the risk of that happening is incredibly low. Again, we are in an environment where there's just not enough homes for people. I know that everybody says, well, what about all the building that's taking place? Most of that is for rent. Builders have not overbuilt. There's people who own homes are in a better financial spot than they've ever been before. Not everybody purchased their home in the last 2 years. Most people purchased it well before that. They're locked in at a super low interest rate. They have a very low, affordable monthly payment. And so that is keeping inventory in check, and why we actually have as little inventory as we do. So we're not going to see home values crash. In fact, I think that we're going to see home values tick up in 2024 because there's going to be more activity, more buyers coming back to the market. So again, I think that as an investment and as it pertains to the value of the home, your purchase is going to be safe, and I don't see a crash coming in the housing market at all. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.